Hello, 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 and as you can tell from the title, this is kind of my reaction to the whole refill of Call of Duty World War II today now. One on the good side, let's talk about the good aspects of what I saw. One, it's back to boots on the ground, knowing that futuristic jetpacking shit. Now, earlier this week I heard a commenter from, I think it was Jehovah, aka Jehovah Witness, on one of the reasons why it was kind of a nuisance and annoyance thing of it, and then it was like, usually when you're, on a one-on-one face-off against somebody, usually the victor goes to the person who identifies the enemy first, sees the person, starts shooting first. But with the jetpacks and boots things, whatever you want to call them, the boots, I meant to say boost, not boot, boost. At time, with the games, that wasn't always the case, because being the fact that you could also, as you're being shot, boost off to the side and actually win the gunfight was a bit of an annoyance, because usually it goes to the person who's always, more subtle, more noticeable of his surroundings and everything. Whereas here, it was the one reason I think kind of Titanfall 2 isn't such a great game, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but is the overact of chaos in the games. And that's one thing I think why Call of Duty future aspects was kind of stupid. It was the over aspects of chaos. There's too much happening on your screen at once. And, the fact that you couldn't really win a one-on-one fight sometimes, even though you're the first person to identify the other and start shooting first, was a bit of an annoyance. Whereas here, that's more of the case when you're more on boots on the ground. You're the one that identifies, so usually you're the one that wins. Not always the case, but with most of the time is the case. So it's good to see that there are more boots on the ground aspects. Game is coming back. No jetpacks, no boosted off the side, so you can ensure you're not gonna die and everything. It's good. 2 is supposedly going to be doing zombies, World War II zombies. It's going to be interesting to see. They didn't show anything of it other than the, zombies' face from whatever, they didn't show much. They're going to reveal more with the multiplayer and probably the zombies on E3, so we'll see when that happens. But let's go to the bad side of stuff. One thing I saw, I'm not sure if it's going to change, if it's just them saying this right now, is that they're going to have a closed, private, fucking beta, and you will only get into it via pre-orders. Now, that might not be the case. They might also give out codes here and there that you can try, written by in your email address and shit. We'll see. But from right now, it's just stated, from what I saw, is that you can only get into this private beta via pre-orders, which shows a lack of confidence in their game to me. Really. Because if you're going to have to do a beta, but be it only private, and you can only get into it via pre-orders, shows really a lack of spine. Seriously. Now, like I said, it could change as time goes on, and they reveal more at E3. It could be like you don't have to pre-order. You can also possibly, hope to sign up and win a code or something, which still shows a lack of spine to me. Or, they could say, well, this is a private beta, which you can get it really early, but there will also be a regular beta a month or two in advance that, goes to everybody. And again, being that their dumbasses have a contract with Sony PlayStation gets it a week early. Shows, again, stupidity in the market. Because if you're going to have to, have a timed exclusive aspects to console, it just, from them pieing it, I think from not the aspects of the Activision, but at least from Sony, shows a lack of actual goodness. Because from what their state would be is well, we got this for our consumers of Sony's PlayStation because we rock like that. But for the most consumer ass points, that does not what it looks like. It looks like, hey, come with us or fuck you. That's what it looks like to most consumers, at least to me, at least. Another disconcerting thing I saw on the refill is just the whole, I think, scripted aspects of people always saying two things mainly. One, authenticism. I can't probably say that word correct. It's being authentic, a game of authenticity. They say that word a lot, and the other word they said a lot, pretty much in aspects, is camaraderie, brotherhood, seemed overly said too much to me. You know, like, and then there was like that guy who was coming down the stairs. Now that's how you do a refill. Was getting overconfidence, as well as well, if it was any Call of Duty, I would watch it and have a major hype. Like, calm down, fuckboy. And the other one was from Sledgehammer himself. This is the best game we ever made, which shows another fucking thing of stupidity, because that's what they say about every fucking Call of Duty or any really game ever. It's like, this is the best game we've ever made. Like, if we're gonna end next year after Call of Duty gets released, because if not, then you're a fucking idiot. I hate wording like that, because until time itself ends, that is by far an actual fucking major lie. Like saying, this is the best song ever made, this is the best CD ever, this is the best album ever, the best game ever, best year ever of anything. Which is utter fucking stupidity to me. Seriously, until time ends, that is a complete and utter lie. Because it will always be said stuff like that year after year after year. It's like the best movie ever made, or this shit. Like, oh my god, such stupidity annoys the fuck out of me. Because I like to word myself as best as possible so as not to be misconstrued. Whereas this is, not best wording possible, saying, this is the best game we ever made. Well, unless you plan on never making a game again, then yeah, you're right. It's the best game you ever made. We'll see, though, at least, because who knows until it gets revealed and released and whatnot, more so ever. But we'll see. In time, we'll see. Hopefully, the private beta isn't just the only beta they'll have. Hopefully, they'll have an open beta. Hopefully, because if not, if it's just the private beta and the only way you can get into it is via pre-orders, I will state again, is a lack of fucking spine. It shows a lack of confidence in their game if they have to only use a beta via pre-order. You can only get into it that way. It's so fucking stupid. Seriously. It's like, if you don't pre-order this game, you won't get this map or this gun or stuff. Pre-order consensitives, or I'm not sure what words I want to use. Sorry. But the fact that the only way you can get something via pre-order, I find, is a lack of a spine. Seriously, the only way to get certain major things via pre-order is just stupid, Like, if it gives you especially if it gives you an advantage over somebody who didn't pre-order it and it has multiplayer and all that shit, Like, well, if you pre-order, you get this gun, which does this. Like, that's pay to win kind of thing, But even if it's not that, if it's like I said, if it's this pre-order only beta thing, it's so fucking stupid. The only other thing I have to say that I found annoying, and I don't think it has to do with the game, with the developer or anything, is like when I went to YouTube to search like the trailer, the only first shit that came up was everybody else's video or about it, of them talking about it or them reacting about it. Like, why the fuck isn't the fucking main video first up on the queue? Because seriously, the fact that I have to drudge through many videos to find one where a fucking person who uploaded it isn't speaking over this shit is annoying. Seriously. And that's more we have to do, I guess, with YouTube or, everything else. But that was just another annoyance I kind of had with this shit. Well, that's me, It's like, I'd like to, if it just came out and I would like to see it first via, just the trailer itself, whatever. But the fact that there's more so showing first from the search the reaction videos to it over the actual just video itself is a little annoying. So maybe YouTube, you should get on that. Well, whatever, Yeah. So far, not great reception over great reception. Because I saw this one video where I think it was somebody who was probably under 21 or some shit overly excited about this game. Like, calm down, bitch boy, calm down. Wait until you see more, or at least till the game comes out, Don't get overhyped over this, because Call of Duty has been overhyped a bit too much lately, and I need to wait and see, at least for me, to see how good it is. I know there are people who just can't wait to get their hands on it, because it's the next Call of Duty game, but it's a video game. You want to make sure first it works and everything is okay and right with it before anything, because as much as I understand how they want to hype their game and how they want to, show off, all of what they did with it, It's like, but seeing people, overly excited about this shit, like it's the first time this has ever happened, especially in Call of Duty, or, it's the first time ever done in a video game, like, oh, we actually went out there and we tested the weapons, we recorded, we photographed all this shit, like, you're saying this shit like it's, the first time you ever did this, or the first time anybody has ever fucking done this. Calm the fuck down a bit. I know you want to hype your game, but calm the fuck down. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. But hopefully, for the most part, one, the game itself is actually good. We'll see. And two, hopefully, as well, as I've stated, they'll have an open beta for just the closed private, as they called it, beta. Seriously. Hopefully. Like I said, hopefully it's like that you get, if you pre-order it here quickly, you get the private beta, maybe like they would just like, and the private beta comes out now. Here at E3, you can play it now. But we will have an open beta later on before the game's release. That way everybody can get a chance to play it. Hopefully they're smart about it and do that. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking idiot if you can only have the private beta from pre-orders. It is seriously a show of lack of spine and a lack of confidence in your game. Really, it is. But yes, that's my thoughts and my opinions about, so far, the unveiling of Call of Duty World War II. I thank you for watching. I hope you were informed and I hope you were entertained and I hope you have a rock'em sock'em day. Bye.